Hello, people that like shootout videos. I personally am not the biggest fan of them because I like to go in depth and send the one pedal into loads of different amps and do everything that I can do with the one pedal. But my good friends from Face Distribution said, can we do something for J-Rocket? And I said, well, there's a whole bunch of pedals from J-Rocket that I haven't looked at that are kind of, the ones everyone's talking about. And frankly, the ones that my colleagues all had on their desks and I didn't. And that makes me a little bit sad. So Mario said, hey, how about we do a best of J-Rocket and why are they good? Okay. So I haven't really spent massive time with them. So you're getting honest first reactions. I also really want to know what the hype is about on some of these. So let's look at them and discuss what they actually are. And here they are. He sent 3 of them. He sent the Archer, but it's the Jeff Beck Archer. He sent the 45 and he sent the Dude. I happen to have the Archer, which is a clone type pedal. Realistically, they're all the freaking same. Okay, there's a billion clone shootouts, and in the end, someone likes the Thomann more, someone likes the Archer more, someone likes the whatever more. I think Soul Food, it's called, from Electro Harmonics, has way more pronounced mids, so it is cloney, but it has its own thing. If a company does their job right, they all do the job. And in no mix in the world, in no actual musical context in the world, will a difference matter. Which is, that's my opinion, obviously not what J-Rocket will tell you. Which is why it's very interesting to compare the Archer, which I find a great pedal. This is why this one, which is the standard Archer, is so dirty. It actually has brown knobs and this is black knobs. Because I've had it for a while and I've been using it every time I need something cloney. Of course, the clone is, the big silver pedal, and there's a golden one, and if you want a golden one, it's $5,000. And apparently Jeff Beck had a $5,000 one on his board, which he now replaced with his own Jeff Beck Archer. Well, we could argue he replaced it because it's a lot smaller. Makes sense. It's a lot smaller than the big one. He could have replaced it because what idiot, I'm sorry, John Mayer, travels with a €5,000 pedal on his pedal board to get the sound because no other pedal can get it. Of course, this one can, and this one can too. Many other pedals can. It's almost irresponsible, fiscally speaking, to have a €5,000 pedal on your pedal board that you stomp on. I'm sorry. So maybe that's why Jeff did it. Maybe because it sounds better than his. I doubt that any differences are relevant, but we're going to compare the 229 Archer to the, or 214 or something this is in Germany, to the 329 Archer. So if the words Jeff and Beck matter to you for $100 extra, get the Jeff Beck Archer. Apparently it also has NOS, new old stock, meaning old as fuck parts that you can't actually buy anymore. Transistors and chimbimbles in it and other parts and other fairy dust magic that this one. So this is all with great parts but new parts, and this is great parts but old parts, which make it more Jeff Becky, more closer to the original. I haven't done it. My prediction is I won't be able to tell any difference, but that's my prediction. Sorry, J-Rocket. But of course, if you want to make sure that you're getting the best cloney pedal on the market, spend the extra $100 and buy into the snake oil, which we're all selling you, me and everyone else. That's what we do. That's our job, to tell you, spend more money and then you have better tone. This is the 45, which of course is a kind of blow it up JTM 45 pedal. So if it's doing its job correctly, what it is doing is, I never understood the JTM 45. It's that old amp that was never supposed to drive. Then AC/DC and I think Hendrix and those guys cranked it up, and then it was driving. When it is driving, it has a little bit of a very dense, almost fuzz-esque character. It's pumping. It's like you're hitting it, and then there's lots of sag. But then when you're actually pulling back and you're pulling back the volume, it cleans up beautifully, but it has a beautiful, very compressed, very present, clean sound. And we're going to compare it with my Morgan MVP66, which is a beautiful rendition of a JTM type amp. And then there's the Dude, which my buddy Phil X actually had on his board for a long time. So that's apparently something Dumble-esque. The drive channel of a Dumble, in this case, according to the website, the Dumble from Keith Urban, who's got the money to have a real one. And it has a little bit of different controls. There's a treble and deep, which controls the low end, but apparently the low end. And ratio, all the way here, is only your clean signal. Here it's only the Dude signal. And you're mixing with your clean, which is actually very nice. This one behaves very strangely when I crank up the level. Apparently it's pumping so much level out. I don't know what it is, but there's a weird thing going on. It might just be in my setup with my amp, I don't know. I am powering all of them with a Chox DC7 on individual outputs, so that can't be it. I don't know what's happening. But we're getting into it. I have 3 amps on, which is the Tone King, Sky King, the MVP66, which of course we're not pumping a JTM45 pedal into a JTM45. That would be throwing JTM45s for that would be throwing JTM45s at JTM45s, as they say. So it's a saying. And then we have a Mini Plexi on from the Marshall, because why not? Let's start with comparing the Archer to the Archer. So, Leslie, if you could, put Baby in a corner. It's from a movie. This is the Tone King, Sky King. With this Shabbat Lynx. It's made specifically for me. It's got even my HP on it there. Avi Shabbat makes stunningly beautiful guitars. Look, it's purple, but now it's blue. No, it's purple. No, it's blue. Actually, it really absolutely freaking matches my sweater. That's not why I'm playing it. That's coincidence. This is a phenomenal guitar and the kind of instrument you want to play with good shit. For shootout, we're going to go all centered, and we're going to kick in my Archer. All in series, by the way, from right to left. Let's stay here. I like that. In between, in the back. Okay, there is a difference. Which one I like more is tough to say. When I switched back to mine, it felt there was something with the mids that was beautiful, but the Jeff Beck one clearly has more resolution within chords. The strings are coming out clearer. It could be a little bit of a high frequency bump. It feels that it's not mushing together all the notes as much as the other one does. Is it worth $100? You decide. Yeah, they are sounding different. There is a difference. At this point, taste, either one of them will do exactly the same job in a musical context for you. So let's get the gain down here. Crank up the output. All the way. Come on, all the way. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the Jeff Beck one is just clearer. It has more clarity. I would prefer that. That's why it's $329 instead of $214. It's a fantastic pedal. Both of them are. It's just fun to play. Who would have thought that I'm the one sitting here saying, actually, the Jeff Beck one's better? Not because they're paying me for this video. I mean, it is just the clarity and also a little bit of a gain boost compared to the standard one at the same setting. I want to say that the frequency shifts, but it's not. It is the same. It's very difficult to actually quantify what the difference is. Realistically, I'm sorry to say, but the Jeff Beck one's better. And the standard Archer is still very, very good, which means it's very gooder. Let's take the Archer into the MVP66. And again, in a context like this, when you're pushing an amp, any difference kind of gets washed away. By themselves, in a clean amp, yes, there is a tiny difference. And look, it's your hobby. If you want to spend the extra $100 and say, I've got the Jeff Beck Archer, go for it. It's a good pedal, snake oil or not. Are we taking it into the Mini Plexi? As a boost, as a kick your amp into gear, as a by itself. Look, clones are good. The Archer's a good clone. The Jeff Beck Archer is a slightly better clone. That's my verdict. 45. That's 2. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I turned it off, switched to the Morgan. Yes, frequency-wise, we're not there yet, but feel-wise, it's pretty much it, if you ask me. Yes, the mids are behaving slightly differently. Everything is almost centered there. And of course, we're sending it into the Tone King, which has its own character, clearly. But if you want that feel and that rock sound, I did not expect that. Yes, it's dense. It's denser. It's more. The Morgan is more dense and fuzzier. Let's see what we can do. I'm sorry, but feel-wise, we are so damn close that in no musical context, whether live or on a recording, anyone would say, oh, but that wasn't a real JTM. Well done, J-Rocket. Holy shit, I did not expect that. This is the fucking pedal now. There's this happening, which I don't know. I don't think it's my setup. I tried different things. It could be that it's the Archer being buffered, pumping into this. There's a ring mod. It's not the guitar. I tried it with a different guitar. It's very strange. Let's try it without the buffer. Also weird. Okay, it is the buffer of the Archer. I mean, actually, two Archers in series, double buffering? I don't know. But obviously, clones are buffered, and some of them you can switch it off, but the original is. So, and I checked it, there is no true bypass on the Archer, which means the 45 doesn't like the buffer. And J-Rocket, please comment if I'm wrong about this, but I just went around the Archers and went into the 45 directly, and it's gone. Let's see if it behaves like the Morgan. Definitely has that fuzzy blown outness now. Reacts to the volume like the amp. Again, well done. Just weird about that ring moddy sound. It could be the buffer from the Archer, but I don't know. So I hope J-Rocket will comment on this video and let you guys know. Okay, bottom line is 45 is a good pedal. I understand why it's one of the best-selling J-Rocket pedals. It delivers. The dude did also a weird thing that's... Right there, can you hear that? Not so bad anymore as it was before. It could also be a buffered thing. It was actually doing whoop, 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 whoop. Now not so. right there, past noon on volume, something's weird. There we go. It could be this pedal. It's not the buffer thing anymore because we eliminated that. It could be pushing the amp way too high. So over here we got clean. Here we got 50-50, dry, and the dude, which is again a dumbly kind of thing. Dumble sound is very thick. The high gain sound has a lot of gain on the overdrive channel. It's a very thick sound. It's amazing for leads, probably a little bit thick for rhythm work. Very rounded and thick. So no lower end, but some bite. Could be this, it could just be that low end that maybe the amp can't handle, that right now is, even with the level where it is set, just too much. See why single coil players love dumbles, because they give you the thickness that, especially in a bridge position, you wouldn't have. Let's go to single coil here. We don't really have gain, right? No, we don't have gain on this. It's level. So I'm going to crank up the ratio all the way so it's just the drive. either mine has a weird issue, J-Rocket, please comment, or be careful with the low end and the volume. I just noticed, no, there isn't actually a gain on this. Somehow the ratio is gain, which is weird. All good sounds. I mean, hell yeah. Very quickly, we're going to take that into the MV66 MVP. That's what it sounds like. Hell yeah, can you get freaking kick-ass leads out of that with an amp that's already driven a little bit, or in this case, the Marshall Mini Plexi. Sounds like so. And that is it. Done. Leslie needs to walk the dogs. We've looked at 4 pedals for a long time. Blow them up. Why are they the best-selling pedals from J-Rocket? Well, because the Archer is good. I mean, color me surprised, but the Jeff Beck Archer is a tiny little bit gooder. Who would have thought? It's more expensive, but also gooder. The 45 blew my mind because it does what a 45 does, and I have an MVP66, which is a very good 45. Kind of an amp. And the dude is a little bit weird with its low end and the pumpiness, and I don't quite know what's going on there, but when you dial it in right, holy hell, is it fun. Especially when we put it in front of the MVP66, pushing it. Their gain was through the roof, and it's for those thick leads. Probably a great pedal for single coil players. These are selling like hotcakes. And now we know why. That was the idea of this video. I didn't know 3 of the 4. Now I know why everyone's talking about them. And I'd like to know if the behavior of the dude is standard, or if that is something that only this one did, or my setup somehow got out. Careful with the 45. I think that the buffer kind of kicked its ass. But again, J-Rocket, watch this video, please comment, and then we will know. Please look in the comments if they commented, so you know what the dealio is. Thanks for watching. I'll put links to all of them below. Please use them if you want to support the channel. And we're going to call it Animals at the end, as always, right now.